Sorry guys, apologies. Okay guys, good morning and thanks for joining. Give me 1 second. Yeah, sorry. Good morning once again. In the yesterday class, we started phishing email category and we discussed about what is meant by phishing email, and also I discussed about so what is meant by sender policy framework and DMARC and DKM, and also what are the technical parameters and non-technical parameters every email contains. So there I stopped, and from there we can continue. So types of phishing email. What are the different types of phishing emails it has? So first one is spear phishing. So second one is whaling. So third one is wishing. Fourth one is smashing. So fifth one is malicious URL link. So sixth one is malicious malware attachment. So next one is quishing. So these are all the couple of phishing emails types. Okay, so spear phishing, whaling, wishing, smashing, malicious URL link. So malicious malware attachment and also quishing. So now these there are two different types of phishing emails under this one. One is our personal oriented phishing emails and second corporate. Out of all these seven, which one will fall under the our personal one and which one will fall under the corporate? When it's a corporate or organization point of view, what are the differences of phishing email we can receive it? So this one is corporate oriented. So this one also corporate. So this one is personal. So this one is also personal. Next one is corporate. Next one is corporate. So next one is corporate. So what is mean a personal here? Example wishing. So or smashing. So attacker will call us and he will take couple of information from us and finally he will gain the unauthorized access or sensitive data exposure. So that is called as wishing. Through phone calls or through mobile calls or through any other ways, attacker will call us and finally he can gain the unauthorized access. For example, nowadays people are calling and they are asking about please provide your debit card information so that we can provide one lakh loan. Those type of things they can ask and they can get it. So that's why I mentioned on that one under the personal one. In the similar way, smashing related. So they will send text messages to our mobile, and once you are clicking on that mobile, text messages or WhatsApp messages, then finally what will happen? Our mobile get compromised and attack will take control to us. So these two I mentioned are the personal. So remaining all other will fall under the organization side. So let's go and discuss about what are these in-depth analysis of the spear phishing, whaling, smashing, and malicious URL link and malicious malware attachment and phishing. In-depth analysis. The first one is spear phishing. So regularly this one will receive the organization oriented. So nothing but corporate oriented. So what is spear phishing here? Attacker will send the email to either single person or group of the person related to malicious one, so that he will gain the unauthorized access or sensitive data exposure. So that is called as spear phishing email. Okay, I'm repeating once again. Attacker will send malicious mail to either single end user or single person or maybe group of the users, so that he will compromise the end user machine, and in such a way attacker will gain the unauthorized access or sensitive data exposure or maybe blackmailing of the money. So those things, that is called spear phishing email. Attacker will trick the single user. Attacker will trick the end user by sending an email to single user or group of the users. This is the keyword you have to remember. Single user or group of the users, so that he will compromise the systems. In such a way, attacker will gain unauthorized access to unauthorized access or sensitive data exposure to sensitive data exposure. So that is called spear phishing. What is the keyword you have to remember here? So single user or group of the users is the keyword. So attacker will trick the end user by sending a phishing email to single user or group of the users. So either he will send an email to single person or single employee or group of the employees. Example, attacker is sending an email to x.y at the rate of tcs.com. So he is sending email to only single person. So example, so now group of the person, example, overall team, sales at the rate of tcs.com. Under the TCS, whoever is a part of the sales, there are so many sales team existing. So they will receive, entire sales team will receive. Or example, sock at the rate of tcs.com. So nothing but our team, entire team, we can receive the or phishing email by an attacker, whatever he is sending it. Or so DevOps at the rate of tcs.com. So whoever is a part of the DevOps under the TCS, entire team will receive. So these two, last two, or these three, sorry, these three we can say GL, group list or distributed list. So meaning here under this GL or group list or distributed list, there are so many people are existing. There are so many people are available. So this one we can call it as team email ID. Team email ID or group email ID or distribution list. So this is the way how the attacker send an emails to either single user. First scenario, only one user he will send an email. In such a way, attacker will gain the information. And in the second and third and fourth one, so these three are like a distributed list or group list or entire overall team. So nothing but group of the users. So then he will send an email related to tricking the end user so that attacker will gain the unauthorized access. So that is called spear phishing email. Okay. So second one is whaling. Sorry, before going to that one, what are the mitigation steps for this one? Mitigations are, so first and foremost, we have to implement email gateway or email security solution. We have to implement either email gateway or email security solution we have to implement. So where we have to implement this one? So as per our network architecture diagram, hope you remember. So here we have to deploy gateway. Gateway means bridge. Bridge between where? So bridge between SMTP server and also to the attacker. So in parallel to our firewall, in the perimeter side, we have to deploy. So here our email gateway can be deployed. Part of DMZ or DMZ zone. Now where attacker is sitting? Attacker is sitting under the public or internet or untrust zone. Now whenever any attacker is sending phishing email, first and foremost it will come to internet, then it will come to ISP router, then it will come to load balancer, then it will come to, then it will come to firewall. Same email, it will go to email gateway also. Okay, from this email gateway, now it will verify. So what is the domain attacker is sending? What is the IP address? So in that email, is there any malicious URL link it is existing? Is there any malicious malware attachment is existing? So and also it will scan that even malware attachment also, and also it will even scan the whatever payload it contains. It will scan that one also. From there, it will back to load balancer, then proxy to our network IDS, network IPS, then core switch, then access switch, sorry, distributed switch, then access switch, then our SMTP server. So this is the place. Then SMTP server, it will do once again checking of those malicious content, but it will not do full-fledged capability whatever email gateway is doing, because SMTP server can be used only for sending the emails and receiving the emails. Security checks cannot be done. Then once again it will be back to our, so example under the end user, so user LAN, it will come back to our access switch to our end users. So here end users are sitting. So this is the way how the email flow it will be happen. Okay. So first we have to implement email gateway or email security solution. So what are the couple of email vendors we do have? Proofpoint is number one. So that is number one right now in the market. In the similar way, Office 365 Defender tool. So nothing but our Office 365 itself, it is providing phishing email gateway. Next one is Mimecast. It is very famous tool. And also Ironport or Ironport, whatever we'll call it as. So these are all the couple of very famous tools right now. It is deploying all over the worldwide, most of the organizations. There are so many, but these are all very famous one. Proofpoint or Office 365 Defender tool or Mimecast or Ironport. So these are all the couple of mitigations on the email gateway. And what is the second one we have to implement? So second one we have to implement next generation firewall. So next generation firewall has a capability anti-spam. We have to create one of the profile name is called anti-spam. And whenever any email is receiving, even firewall has a capability of scanning of that email, and finally it will categorize whether it is a phishing email or not. So based on the whatever security profile we are configuring, after configuring whatever policy we are defining. Okay. So third one, proxy or web gateway. So when this one will be useful, so malicious URL link validation, because one of the phishing email category is malicious URL link. So where URL link scanning and URL link validation and URL link whitelisting and blocklisting can be done under the proxy. So that's why I even kept the proxy or web gateway is a part of our so mitigation or prevention or eradication tool. And also EDR and XDR or antivirus. So our EDR, XDR, antivirus is malware prevention tool. How our email, phishing email can be done or blocking by our EDR tool? Yes, it is. Whenever any end user is clicking on the malware attachment related files, you can see here malicious malware attachment. In this scenario, our EDR also it can be blocked. So these are all generic solutions. Okay, EDR, XDR, antivirus tool also it can be block our antivirus related malware category of the attacks. So finally, very important, forget about all these solutions. Very important is security awareness training. So we have to provide security awareness training or phishing email campaigns. So we have to implement phishing email. First, we have to provide awareness training. Why cybersecurity so important, and also why phishing email. So whenever they are receiving, please inform to SOC team and don't click on anything, or don't download, or don't click on the attachments, or please don't click on the malware related things. So they have to always keep in mind that. So they have to forward to our cybersecurity SOC team. Then SOC team will take care of the respective instant investigation whether really it is a phishing email or not. So that is the awareness we have to provide. And also phishing email campaigns. So in case it is not possible to in-person training or virtual training or remote training, then even we have to send it through emails. So on the weekly basis or bi-weekly basis or monthly basis, So one week, one respect to course content we have to provide. For example, maybe this week strong or password policies. Next week phishing email. Next week, okay, vulnerability management policies. Next week data protection acts. So this is the way we have to educate entire overall organization by sending the email campaigns. So we have to send the phishing email campaigns also, and even we have to test that one who are all clicking on that whenever we are sending the email. So a couple of times what will happen? Wantedly we have to test it. So no before is one of the solution is existing. So under that one, we do have the option name is called as creating the email and sending that email to all the users. So now we can verify who all clicked on and who all did not click on. So then who all downloaded the attachment and who all did not download the attachment. Everything we can see it. Finally, it will give the one of the report to us. So then whoever is downloading the attachments or whoever clicking on the malware links, so instead of the reporting to SOC team, then finally we have to go and we have to speak with them one time or two times or three times, and fourth time and fifth time and sixth time and so they are repeating in the same way. Then we have to inform to their manager whenever any email it is receiving. So your team member is doing in this way, in such a way. Otherwise, because of one person, other persons also will get compromised. So that overall process we can call it as phishing email campaigns and testing of the end users whether really so what they are doing whenever any phishing emails are receiving. Okay. So that is about overall mitigations for the our spear phishing email. Email gateway, next generation firewall, we have to create antivirus profile and sorry, anti-spam profile or phishing email profile, and proxy or web gateway and EDR and XDR, and finally security awareness training. So that is about spear phishing. So next one is whaling. So what is meant by whaling here? So whale is nothing but big fish. So big fish in the ocean. And who are all big fishes in our organization side? So our organization side, who are all big fishes? Obviously CEO, Chief Executive Officer, CTO, Chief Technology Officer, CIO, Chief Information Officer, CFO, Chief Finance Officer, CISO, Chief Information Security Officer. So these vice presidents and also directors, managers, senior managers, all these are big fishes. So now what attacker will do? Attacker will send a phishing email to so these big fishes, and finally once the end user is clicking on so these malicious URL link or malware attachments or phishing email contains whatever emails, so then finally their system will get compromised. So that is called whaling. So attacker will trick the end user by sending a phishing email to senior management, so nothing but our higher level officials, authorities, or board of the directors. So senior management or board of the directors. So they will send an email. So that called board of the directors. So that is called okay. So whaling and examples are so CEO, Chief Executive Officer, CFO, Chief Finance Officer, CTO, Chief Technology Officer, CAO, Chief Information Officer, CISO. Nothing but this is the highest. Okay, so level of the security side. Chief Information Security Officer, then Vice Presidents, VPs, Assistant Vice Presidents, then Directors, Managers. So these are all the higher officials. Attacker will send the mails to these peoples, and finally, so attack will try to get the unauthorized access or sensitive data exposure. Attacker will compromise these systems attacker will gain unauthorized access. Or sensitive data exposure. So that is called whaling. So next one is malicious URL link. So what is this malicious URL link? So in the email, it contains the URL link. Okay. So that URL link end user should not click on. So this is one of the dangerous one. So couple of times they will send like a lottery related emails or gift card or voucher cards or Excel sheets. So those kind of thing. So attacker, it's for not only okay C or I mean C or C2 for anyone in the organization side. Attacker will trick the end users by sending a phishing email along with malicious URL link. Once the end users are clicking on, systems will get compromised or attacker will gain unauthorized access or sensitive data exposure. Example, as I mentioned yesterday itself. So please change your password. Your password is going to expire. So in such a way, they will create one of the URL link. Once you are clicking on that one and you are providing the old password, new password, confirm new password, automatically those credentials it will go to attacker and attacker will log in on behalf of you. So then what he will do, once he will get the Outlook access or Gmail access, then on behalf of you, he will access and he will send the phishing email or any other confidential emails to his email ID or maybe other group of the employees also. So this is the way how the attacker will do it malicious URL link side. So before going to do this one, I forgot to say. So what are the mitigation for this one? So for this one also mitigations are same. It will not change. Okay. So that is about malicious URL link. And this is one of the interview question also. So one of the phishing email attacker is sending the phishing email URL link to multiple end users. In that scenario, how can you do this? So phishing email investigation side. So nothing but here group of the users already, interview panel is saying to us, then once the email is received, then first of all, who are all received? We have to verify. So where we have to verify that information? We have to verify that information under the our so email gateway or email security solution. So we have to verify under this tool how many users are received, and also so that URL link how many people are clicked on, and how many people did not click on, and whoever did not click on. So we can do soft deleting option. All those emails we have to delete it from the directly from this. So there is no need to go to the each and every individual, ask them to delete. So directly we can go and we can ask them to delete under these email gateways itself. Then whoever clicked on, so then whether any information is leaked to the attacker, so or in case it is leaked, whatever the data he leaked and where that email is redirecting, and whether systems are getting compromised, is there any outbound communication that's going on, so is there any passwords attacker is changed, So we have to block the URL link and we have to block the IP address. So then we have to do the containment of the end user machine. Then we have to take care of the eradication, mitigation, and finally, so where, when, how the incident is got compromised, we have to do the overall root cause analysis document. So this is the way how the analysis can be done using the URL link validation side. Okay, anyways, so that one we are going to discuss once we are going to the our cyber security. Okay, so under the cyber security, so I will explain about phishing email investigation side. Okay, so then mitigations are same, it will not change for this one also. So we have to use email gateways or email security solutions and extension firewalls and very, very important proxy. Can be done under the proxy or even firewall also. So web control or app control can be done under the proxy or next generation firewall. So next one is malicious malware attachment. So in the malicious malware attachment, what attacker will do? So attacker will do the attachmenting of emails like invoice copies or maybe any other attachments. He will attach it, and once the end user is clicking on those attachments, in case our EDR or antivirus or XDR is not okay, so active position like inactive position or sleeping position or unknown position, that malware will be executed. So already this one we discussed under the malware category of the attacks. Now finally that command and control will go to the attacker. In such a way, our end user system will get compromised. Okay. Attacker will trick the end users by sending a phishing email to the end users along with attaching malicious malware attachment. Finally, once the end user is clicking on the attachment, systems will get compromised. Attacker will gain unauthorized access or sensitive data exposure. So that is called malicious malware attachment. And mitigations are, especially EDR is very, very important. EDR and also email gateway. Okay, so why? Because our hash value can be blocked under the EDR tool. And also EDR is the main prevention tool for the malware category of the attacks. Not only that one, even nowadays, email gateway also, whenever any, okay, so malware oriented things are sending by an attacker, it can do the scanning of those emails. So finally, it will do the quarantine of that email or it will do the blocking of the email. So otherwise, it will do the allowing of the email. So these things can be done by under the, so part of our phishing email side using the malicious malware attachment. So next one is smashing. So this one, as I mentioned, through text messages, SMS, or through WhatsApp messages, or through Facebook messages, or Instagram messages, or maybe through our Twitter messages, and so on. So couple of times you will see like, so please click on this one, you will receive the iPhone. Or please forward this one, you will receive the, okay, so one good news. So this is the way couple of times we will get the okay. So WhatsApp messages or maybe our any other messages in different platforms, right? So whether really did you get any time okay iPhone or did you really won any lottery kind of thing? So they want to okay. So there are two purpose they will do this one. One is mainly for so they want to promote their product. That is one of the reason. And second one is to compromise our mobiles. So that is second reason. So these are all the ways how these attackers will try to do that. So attacker will trick the end user by sending text messages. So the text message in the form of SMS or maybe through WhatsApp messages or any other form of the message like Facebook or Instagram or Twitter and so on. So that is called smashing. Okay, so nowadays one of the file is called .apk. So whenever someone is sending .apk file to you, please don't click on that one. So once you are clicking on that one, so your mobile will get compromised, our mobile hacking will happen, and command and control and everything and remote control it will go to the attacker. Then all of your information can be get it by an attacker. Okay, please remember this one. There are so many people mobiles are getting compromised because of the .apk file. The .apk file is like a remote control file. So on behalf of he will control your remote. He can see your phone pay, okay, Google Pay or WhatsApp, everything he can see it. Okay, please remember that one. .apk. That is one of the software. So these people are using and they are sending to our so end users and finally they are accessing our mobiles. So next one is phishing. So this one also is become very popular now. Through QR code, QR scanner. So QR scanner, it is one of the JPEG file. So that file contain the hash value. So recently, I think TCS employees, all the TCS employees got so one of the phishing email stating that so TCS got exceptional profits. How the attacker sent an email. TCS employees got the exceptional profits and so attack I mean company wants to give 10,000 rupees to each and every employee of the TCS side and please go and scan this particular QR code and you will get the 10,000 rupees in your account. So this is the way how the QR scanner they sent it and couple of people are already they are done the scanning of that QR code also. So this is the way people how they will do it. Okay, so nothing but your QR code scanner. So what attacker will do here, he will send that QR code scanner. Attacker will trick the end users by sending QR code scanner to end users and finally he will gain unauthorized access or sensitive data exposure. So what are the mitigation steps for this one? Same thing. Mitigation steps are we have to implement all these. Whenever any QR code scanner email it is existing, we have to create one of the policy. It will block that mail automatically. Okay. Otherwise, the JPEG oriented emails, file filter also we can do that. Firewall policy we can create. Okay. So that is about phishing part. So even that file has a hash value also. QR code scan, it's like one type of JPEG oriented file format. So that file where can we block related to malicious content under the EDR and XDR. Hash value can be blocked under the EDR and XDR. Okay. So that is about the phishing part. So finally, last one is wishing. Wishing is nothing but our through calls. attacker will trick the end users by calling via mobiles or any other format. So that is called phishing. So this is happening nowadays very frequently or daily basis also. There are a lot of spam email it will come and they will ask, okay, so couple of times our banking information related to debit card and credit card, and people are sharing all the information and finally, so they are losing their money. So that is phishing part. So attacker will take the end user by calling. Okay, so that is called phishing part. Okay, so this one what we have to do mitigation is security awareness is very very important. So because we cannot change the behavior of the people by implementing the tools, right? As we discussed yesterday, social engineering attack, eavesdropping, and also shoulder surfing, same as it is here also security awareness training. We have to inform as a part of the awareness training. Whenever these type of calls it will occur, just you can cut the call. Okay, so that is about wishing. That's why I mentioned this one at the personal oriented. Now you got it right. Why I mentioned wishing and smashing is a personal oriented and remaining all other corporate oriented. Okay, so these are all the different types of phishing emails. So total 7 categories under the phishing email. So nowadays two more things also coming. Deep shake. So that is one of the thing it is coming part of our marking of the people faces, marking of the people faces, and finally they are making so executing and wherever they want they are trying to use that one. That is called deep fake. It's AI based impersonations. So that is also becoming popular. Okay, so these are all the couple of things it's happening. So that's all about overall category of the attacks. So far, how many we discussed? 54 plus 7, total 61 we discussed. Remaining WASP top 10, that will come around 15. Total altogether 65, sorry, 75 attacks it will come. In between 70 to 80. Okay. So till yesterday we discussed about 54, I given count. So 54, and these are all 7. Phishing email said 7, total 61. 61 under the WASP top 10, we are going to discuss about around 15. So altogether we do have total in between 70 to 80. Okay, so WASP top 10 I'm not discussing here as I mentioned. Why? Because so I have to discuss about cryptography and I have to discuss about SSL TLS mutual authentication mechanism. Then I have to discuss about secure SDLC life cycle, because under that one, so one of the attack is fall under that one is called threat modeling. So I'm not going to discuss this one. Why? Because a couple of introduction is required if you want to explain about WASP top 10. Okay, so there, I mean, once we are going to the application security, there I will explain about WASP top 10. Okay, so that is about overall category. So up to today, what are we discussed from May 25th or 27th? I'm not sure when I started the class. So that day and was till today. Okay, so what are we discussed? These topics are common to each and every security domain. If you are going for endpoint security, if you are going for cyber security, if you are going for vulnerability management, if you are going for so cloud security, if you are going for so cyber security, if you are going for information security, so these attacks are common. So these topics are common. Now onwards our domain will change. So whether vulnerability management is different and endpoint security is different, so cyber security is different and network security is different. Okay, so now we can go and we can discuss about our domains part. Let's go and discuss about course content. I want to say, yeah, now you can see here. So up to here, whatever we discussed so far, so these are common to each and every topic, each and every domain. Okay. So if you want to move into vulnerability management, these 40 classes you have to complete. Whatever we discussed. So if you want to go into endpoint security, these 40 classes you have to study. If you want to go into cyber security also, these 40 classes are mandate. Any security domain. These particulars are common. So now onwards, domain wise, it will change now. So specific to that domain, I will explain. Is it clear or not? Is it clear?
Yes, sir. Clear.
Okay, done. So now these attacks are very, very important. Whatever attacks we discussed. Let's go and discuss about project lifecycle management. How this project lifecycle management looks like. So this is in generic. I'm providing this one. It is not part of our topic. Basically, there is no need to remember this one. Just for understanding purpose, I am giving this one. Project lifecycle management. So what is this project lifecycle management? This is applicable to only consulting and service based companies or vendors or otherwise product development companies also. How this process will work? So now if you want to get one project, how many teams are involved? What are the different types of teams are involved? How we are getting the project? For example, TCS wants to get one of the project related to cybersecurity SOC operations. Do you think that directly SOC team is available and they can do the operations? In the back end, there are so many teams are involved. What are those teams? First of all, what is my tendering process? What is meant by request for proposal? All those things I will explain now. So as I mentioned, this is not from the interview point of view, just for understanding purpose only I'm explaining this topic. So every project if you want to deliver or every project if you want to implement, so there are total 5 to 6 teams are involved. Those teams are sales, pre-sales, design or architect team or solutioning team, otherwise implementation team, and finally operational support. This one will fall under like L1 or L2 or L3. Any project you can consider. So you can consider about Infosys company or Cognizant or Accenture or maybe our HCL. So Mindtree or Capgemini. So every company. So we'll follow this process only. So if you want to get one project, these many teams are involved. First one is sales, pre-sales. Next one design or architect or implementation. Otherwise solutioning part. So next one is operational support team. So for example, I will take one of the practical example and according to that one, we can go and we can discuss about how this process it will work. Okay. Now example, I will take firewall or maybe antivirus. Okay, firewall for example. Now State Bank of India wants to implement firewall in the Mumbai location of the headquarters. Now, how this process will work now? So directly they will not go and they will not release the tender. Okay. So any banking, most of the companies will release the tender or otherwise we can call it as RFP, request for proposal. So tender is also called as a RFP, request for proposal. Through attachment, we can go and we can submit. For known vendors only, they will send it. Okay. So example requirement is State Bank of India. They need firewall in the Mumbai location of the headquarters in their data center. So now, so they will not approach only one consulting and service based company, or they will not approach directly vendor. So directly State Bank of India, they need firewall. Why they can't go and they can't ask directly firewall team related to Portigate vendor? So example, Portigate is one of the vendor. Palo Alto is one of the vendor. Okay, Cisco AC is one of the firewall. All these are vendors. Why they will not go and they will not ask them? The reason behind this one, they will always want one of the mediator. So one of the distributed company or system integrators. So they want one of the media. Whenever any issue will come, so State Bank of India will not directly approach these people and they cannot support for 24/7. So they will work only 9 to 6. That's it. That is one of the reason. Any issues will come. So now they can't handle that one. So that is the reason always these companies, they will give projects to one of the mediator or broker and consulting or service based company or implementation vendors. Okay, so now, so this is the way also they can go and they can purchase from directly from that vendor. Okay, so but they can't do that one. In between these two, Portigate vendor and also State Bank of India, they'll make one more person like TCS or Infosys or Wipro or HCL or Capgemini or Accenture or Mindtree, LTA. All those companies will be act as a consulting and service based companies. Okay, so now, so State Bank of India always approach these people and these people will approach vendor. So this is the way how the overall sequence it will be. Okay, now this is the requirement. What is the requirement from now? So requirement is, so forget about this one. So State Bank of India needs firewall implementation in their data center under the mobile location. That is the requirement now. Now what State Bank of India will think, do you think like directly they will go and they will speak with TCS and finally they will purchase the tool? It's not like that. So if you want to purchase one of the cloth, so directly you can go to one of the, okay, so showroom and you can purchase it. You can think about quantity and also you can think about quality also. So quantity here money and quality is nothing but, so cloth quality. So both you can consider and finally you can purchase the cloth, whatever you want. So same way here also. So if you want to purchase, because cloth itself maybe it within 10, okay, 10,000 or maybe 1 lakh up to 1 lakh, you are thinking about this much. What about firewalls? This is like a lakhs, so dollars and million projects. So they have to go on, they have to do this so much of evaluation and validation part. So what is that validation? I will explain now. So example maybe, so State Bank of India is a partnered with TCS company, Infosys company, HCL, Accenture, CTS, Cognizant. Okay, Accenture and CTS from, okay, USA and remaining all three from India. Okay. So now every company, TCS company, Infosys company, HCL company, Accenture and Cognizant, all these companies are, so these teams, they, okay, so they will maintain. So sales team, pre-sales and also designing team or architecting team or solutioning team or implementation team and finally operational support team. Every company, they will has these many team members. Okay. So now here sales, pre-sales, design, okay, architect or otherwise solutioning, implementation and operational support. Now TCS is partnered with Palo Alto vendor. Palo Alto is a vendor. Now here vendor, this one is our consulting and service based company. So Infosys partnered with Portigate. For example, this is our firewall. Palo Alto is a firewall. Okay, when you say vendor, with whom are purchasing the tool? Firewall tool vendor. So HCL is partnered with Cisco ASA. So Accenture is partnered with vendor of Sophos. Sophos firewall also there. So Cognizant is partnered with Sonic Wall. Sonic Wall also firewall. So these are all vendors. These are all consulting and service based companies. And these are all our firewall tools, whatever tools we want to purchase. Now, so whenever any requirement it is existing, what State Bank of India security team will do, they will go and they will send an email or maybe they will call. Most of the case, they will send an email. We do have the requirement. So whatever sales team of the TCS, sales team of the Infosys, and sales team of the HCL, Accenture, and Cognizant. So they will receive notification stating that, so State Bank of India has requirement. Okay. So now sales team, they will go on, they will approach State Bank of India of the TCS, Infosys, HCL, Accenture, and Cognizant. So they will go presentation, sales presentation. So nothing but here Palo Alto firewall rule, Palo Alto firewall warrant presentation they will give. Here FortiGate related they will give by Infosys team. HCL will give Cisco ASA oriented presentation. Accenture will give so our Sophos warranted firewall presentation and Cognizant. So they will schedule one of the meeting with the State Bank of India and Mumbai location, or maybe through virtually also. So they will schedule it and they will explain about firewall features and the licensing option, how to purchase, how much cost is involved, how the technical support team is required, and how much premium support they have to purchase. So whether they will support 24/7 or not. So everything. So from the solutioning, implementation, designing, and also even firewall features, compliances oriented, everything they will discuss under the sales presentation side. Once that one is completed successfully, one fine day, State Bank of India, what they will do? So they will, whatever product they likes, whatever product they likes. So they will ask POC. POC means proof of proof of point, proof of sorry, proof of concept. Sorry guys, proof of concept. POC. POC means one more. Okay, so option also there. That's called point of contact. But in our scenario, POC means proof of concept. So here mainly sales team, it's for gathering the requirement, giving the basic presentation, not full-fledged presentation, basic presentation. BOQ, they will take care. BOM. What is BOQ and BOM? Bill of quantity and bill of material. So, and also licensing option. How to purchase firewall. So bill of quantity means whether they want one firewall and how much bill it is involved. Whether they want two firewall, how much, okay, so it is involved, how much cost it is involved. So that bill of quantity and bill of material, overall material, whatever we are sending to our State Bank of India. Okay. So pre-sales team, they will do POC, proof of concept. So they have more technical skills required for pre-sales. So here TCS POC, they'll go. What is POC? I'll explain now. So proof of concept meaning here, they will take firewall. So TCS pre-sales team, they will take firewall, dummy firewall. They will take to dummy firewall or testing firewall, otherwise test firewall. They will take to Mumbai location of the State Bank of India, and whatever, okay, so date and time they given, that day they will go to Mumbai, and finally in their data center, under the testing environment, they'll create one test environment, one router, one switch, one load balancer, or one two stations, two personal computers, two servers. In such a way they will make one testing environment, and finally in that environment, so this TCS pre-sales team, they have to go and they have to deploy our Palo Alto firewall from the scratch. So they have to define the management IP address. They have to define the, so our they have to define our subnet mask. They have to define the integrating of the primary DNS and secondary DNS, integrating Active Directory, integrating SMTP server, total end to end. They have to configure the firewall basically. Basically, they will configure everything from here itself. They will take and they will deploy in the State Bank of India location. Now, this POC, most of the companies or most of the clients, they are looking for 2 weeks. 2 weeks time period they will take. Couple of companies, they'll ask 1 month also. When I was working in Dubai, so that time one of my customer, they are very, very critical customer. So it is belongs to Navy. They asked about 1 month POC. We completed 2 weeks. We said like this box is needed and we want to take this one and we want to do POC for some other company. But they said like, so we need 1 month to observe overall traffic and we want to validate all the features and so on. Okay. So this is the way also customers requirement is different, but most of the companies or customers, they will ask 2 weeks time period. Okay. So now in these 2 weeks, what customer of the State Bank of India validate, they will validate technical parameters of the firewall, dashboards validation, report generations, everything total end to end. In the 2 weeks time period, State Bank of India security firewall team, they can go and they can validate all the features whatever State Bank of India is looking for. So whether it is sufficient, it is there or not. Okay, they will validate. Once 2 weeks successfully completed, now State Bank of India will ask quotation. So how much charge for Palo Alto firewall? So we like Palo Alto firewall, how much charge it is? Quotation part. And they will ask Infosys company also. They'll ask HCL company also, Accenture company also, Cognizant company also. Now, so TCS company will approach Palo Alto. We completed successfully. So our POC. So then they are asking about quotation part. Okay, please provide some of the discount to them, and so that we can provide the quotation to them. Then what TCS company will do, whatever so quotation they are giving. Example, they are saying like 500k USD dollars. 500k USD dollars for one firewall. Two firewalls, $1 million. One firewall. High availability we have to maintain. For example, so two firewalls equals to 2 into 500k, that is equivalent to $1 million. So two firewall cost $1 million. Okay. So now this $1 million for 1 year. 1 year implementation designing overall. Okay. Now this $1 million, they will quote it to our State Bank. They will add some additional margin also, because TCS has to get the profit, right? Without profit, nobody will do the business. So they will add additional maybe 200 or 300 or 500. So then finally, for example, they will add 1500k USD dollars. They are keeping margin. They will not keep that much margin. Most of the case, they will keep 30% margin. Okay, profit. So for example, 300. 1300 total overall project. So this is the way how they will give the quotation part. So Palo Alto is giving, I will add additionally here. So here I'll put it. So here, okay, 1300k USD dollars, and Infosys is charging 1500k. Then HCL is charging maybe 1200k USD dollars. Accenture is charging 1600k USD dollars. And Cognizant is charging 2000k USD dollars, $2 million. So this is the way how the overall quotation they will give. Now, so whatever highest so quotation they are getting, that one they will keep in the budget. State Bank of India, they will verify whatever budget they allocated is matching to their budget or not. So every month, every year budget, either in December month or maybe in February month, according to their financial, most of the case in December month. So December month, they will validate. So in the next year, how many firewalls I have to purchase? So who will take care of this one? Director of our cyber security field of the State Bank of India. So director sees, so maybe otherwise. Most of the case directors. So directors of the firewall team, okay, so they can go and they can provide the budget. So I have this much budget. Now they will validate within the budget, within the full technical feature, who is providing to for us. They can validate. Okay, now. So example, they like Infosys. So they like FortiGate company and they like features and everything. That budget is $1,500. It is matching to their budget also. Everything is fine. Now they will release the tender process. Now State Bank of India, www.sbi.com/tenders. In the tender, they will release the tender. Now everything is completed successfully. In this POC itself, they will decide. Who will decide? State Bank of India will decide with which consulting company, with which tool they have to go. They will decide. And finally, they will release the tender with 1 week time period, 2 weeks time period. They will release the tender now. So now tender is available. Now State Bank of India will release the tender in the public to each and every customers, each and every consulting company. So they will notify also. So these companies will participate in the tender. TCS company, Infosys company, HCL, Accenture, Cognizant. So these 5 people only they called. But what are the other companies we do have? Example, Mindtree. Example, CGI from Canada. Okay. So next one. So LTI. Okay. L&T Infotech. So these companies also will participate in the tendering process. Now, even though they will participate, they have chosen the different vendor, they are participating. Finally, so the tender will submit, okay, whatever, okay, closing of the tender date it is there. So these people, they will take the document either through email, they want to send the documentation overall, or maybe they will send it to directly data, I mean, Mumbai main administration building, and they'll keep the tender document in the, okay, tender box. So one box is there and we have to put it in that box. So now the tenders will go to security team. So that whatever tender solution, overall solution, firewall solution, one is technical and second is commercial. Okay, one is technical oriented, second commercial oriented. So now these technical validation and commercial both they have to do. Who has to do the validation now? State Bank of India firewall team has to do. Okay, now they will validate everything. So then finally they will award project. They will give the award. So that award they got, Infosys they got. So TCS is knocked out. So HCL knocked out. Accenture knocked out. So finally, so Sonic was, sorry, Cognizant also knocked out. Then who got the order? So State Bank of India project got by Infosys company. So now they will say, okay, congratulations, that email, terms and conditions and everything they will go on, they will discuss. And finally, so implementation team, designing team. So now Infosys design team, they'll create HLD, LLD, high level design document, low level design document. So now this one is knocked out. I'm keeping in the red color because they did not award this project. This one also they did not award. State Bank and they did not award to Cognizant. So who got finally project? Finally project got by Infosys company. Infosys implementation team, sorry, design team or architect team, what they will do, HLD and LLD, high level design and low level design. This is also called a solution design. So in the HLD's document side, what is the scope of the work? So then what is the risk is involved at the time of implementation of the firewall in the State Bank of India Mumbai location? And what are the assumptions they will consider, whether ports and port numbers, everything is opened or not? And is there any dependency there in the application team? And implementation approach? And finally, so kickoff meeting, and finally security training to the all the State Bank of India employees. So that one they will keep under high level. So just like high level of the overall documentation, the implementation of the firewall tool. LLD in-depth analysis. In-depth analysis of, so what is the scope of the work? What is the risk is involved? What is the assumption? And the network architecture diagram. So next one is implementation. So what is the IP address we have to assign? What is the subnet mask? What is the primary DNS? What is the secondary DNS? Integrating Active Directory. So all those, everything they have to put in the, okay, LLD. Low level. Low level means each and everything they have to provide. Who will provide this one? Security architect. This one can be done by security architect. He will create HLD and LLD. Okay. So now Infosys security architects, they will create HLD and LLD and solution design document otherwise. Then finally their task is complete. Their task is completed. Now, see, Infosys implementation team, what they will do, they will go to State Bank of India. Okay, so Mumbai location of the data center, or maybe through virtually also. So they will deploy the firewall. Most of the cases, firewall is virtual firewall. They will not purchase physical hardware device. They will purchase it. So they will go to site, Mumbai data center of the State Bank of India. So then whatever these architects they created LLD. So low level design document. It's very, very important. If security architect people are doing any mistake, entire solution will go wrong. If that's why architect is very crucial role. Architect person role is very crucial. So he will take care of solutioning, he will take care of the designing and implementation. Everything he has to keep in the mind. They have to design everything. And so once implementation take LLD document, so now that LLD document implementation team they will take whatever architect is designing, according to that implementation team they have to implement. Implementation of firewall in the State Bank of India Mumbai location. Now do you think that okay, so implementation is over? They will implement. So their business requirement. First, we should understand what is the State Bank of India requirement. Which websites they have to block, which website they have to allow. So whenever any guests will come, or vendors will come, or partners it will come. So what is the process is involved? So everything they will create under the policy side. Okay. So finally, operational support team. If implementation team is completed by, okay, so this implementation of the firewall. Now operational support team. Now Infosys will start. Once the project itself it is awarded by State Bank of India to our Infosys company, that time itself they will start recruiting. They can go and they can verify in the bench whether firewall L1 team, L2 team, L3 sufficient resource or candidates are available or not in the bench. In case they are not available in the bench, then what they will do? They will recruiting the candidates related to firewall. L1 team, L2 team, L3 team. Okay. So example, they need overall 19 member team or 20 members team. 20 members team. So L1s are example 9 members, L2s are 6 members, total 15, L3s are 3 members. So L1 are L1 9 members, L2 so 6 members, L3 3 members and one manager, one member, then project manager. Overall project delivery, he will take care of the project delivery. One manager. Total altogether we have 20 members team. So these 20 members team, firewall team, 24/7 into 365 days, they will work on firewall related alerts. Okay, firewall related alerts. So whenever any alert is triggered in the firewall side, forget about project manager. He will do the overall. So project delivery, how project is going on, everything is in our hands or not. So whether customer is facing any issues or not, can be taken care by project manager. And here technical manager and people manager. So this manager will take care of the so people managing of all these 18 members along with escalations and technical oriented and dashboards reports, dashboard generations and report generation. Those reports will send it to the our State Bank of India, everything. So that is a firewall manager. Remaining, okay, so our 18 members team, they will take care of the tickets. When you say tickets here, security incidents. Security instance it will come and L1 team first they will do the validation whether real it's a false positive or true positive. In case it's a false positive, they will close the incident. So in case true positive, they will escalate to L2 team. Then L2 team they will take care of the validating of once again what is the alert is about, whether really attacker has got compromised something or not. So that is the way of the L2 team. L3 team priority one tickets and fine tuning, implementing of the firewall team, troubleshooting of the firewall, everything can be done by L3 teams. So they will support 24/7 into 365 days. Because each and every second they have to monitor State Bank of India network or overall company. Applications, databases, servers. Okay, so endpoints, cloud environment, everything they will monitor 24/7 into 365 using firewall. Okay, so this is the way how the overall project can be get it by any consulting and service based company. Okay, so forget about our IT and software and BPO industry. Even our even example, you want to construct one of the house to you. Do you think that without any planning, so without any architecture design, directly you can go and you can start your building construction part? No, no, no. First, you can choose the land where you want to construct your building, and then you can, okay, so ask one of the designing person to architect that one. So then after that, okay, so implementation team, they will construct your building, and finally you will do the housewarming function. Same as it is here also. Then after that, you will take care of your building, so cleaning and everything. Okay, so each and every day. So this particular process is not only applicable to our IT and software and BPO industry, each and every field. Example, take Hyderabad Metro. So do you think that without validating, they given tender directly to the, okay, L&T? So there are so many vendors are participated, but who got the project? Project got by L&T. So CMC vendors, they participated. So there are so many other vendors are participated, but who got the tender? So tender and also project got by L&T. So they are also same thing. So Telangana government, so they used to contact multiple vendor, sorry, multiple. So these consulting and service based companies like, okay, so CMC, CMR, sorry, CMR, or maybe L&T or Lanco. There are so many others vendor, they will participate. They will contact. But who, for whom they given the, okay, implementation of the overall Hyderabad Metro? They given metro to, so L&T. So, but everywhere same thing here also. They are also same thing. First, they have to provide sales team. They can go and they can speak the Hyderabad Telangana government, and after that, pre-sales team. So they can go and they can provide in-depth analysis. POC is not possible. So next one is design team. Hyderabad Metro, they have to overall designing team in the through papers or maybe through some of the AutoCAD. They have to design and they have to present that one to Telangana government, and finally implementation. So they will start pillaring of all those, so metro line, and they will do the construction of the pillars, and finally, so they will start operation side, passengers from one location to another location carrying or traveling part. So each and every field, so in our real life also, so these projects we are going and we are implementing the same process way. So not only this one, even developers also. Example, DMarts want to develop one of the, so website www.dmart.com. Who will get that project? So they will go and they will develop by these Infosys or maybe Wipro or maybe TCS, whoever they given the project to them. So they are also same thing. They will follow Agile Scrum process. So sales and pre-sales. Here implementation meaning here developing of the our SDLC life cycle. So this process is applicable to entire overall IT, software industry, electrical, mechanical, civil, everywhere this process it will work. This is called project lifecycle management. Okay. So that's all for today, guys. This is not only for firewall, it's for cybersecurity SOC operation SIM tool. In our case, I'm explaining now EDR, DLP, so cloud security monitoring tools, cybersecurity SOC monitoring tools everywhere. So this is the process now. So now training I'm giving not only just L1 or L2 or L3. This training, whatever I'm giving, not for L1 or L2 or L3. I'm giving up to architecture level training. How much you will grab it, how much you will grasp it, how much you will take away to your home, completely depending on you. Hope it's clear. So it's not only about on one security domain, multiple security domains I'm giving the training. It's not about only cyber security SOC. Endpoint security I will cover. So architecture, design, implementation part. In the similar way, EDR tools, in the similar DLP tools, in the similar way. So cybersecurity SOC tools and cloud security, everything I can provide up to architect level. So completely it's up to you how much you can grab it, how much you can grasp it, how much you will take away to your home, and how you are able to crack the interest. It's up to you. You can go and you can apply architect level training also. Sorry, jobs also. Because I can provide up to architect level. Manager role is very simple. Do you know? Manager role is very simple. So only one specific role they will define, and they can go and they can so manage the people management and also technical related parameters. Okay, so that's all for today, guys. And tomorrow I will start either endpoint security or infrastructure security. Is it clear? Okay, then. Thank you so much for today and see you tomorrow.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thanks.